No conversation. Let's talk, think about it. Let's get it together. Together we can do it. Out of the box. Think out of the box. Out of the box. Out of the box. Out of the box. Think out of the box. Out of the box. Out of the box.
Welcome to Touch the World Radio Show, the Out of the Box Podcast Edition. I'm your host, Jay Got Soul. You are tuned in to episode 10 of the Out of the Box Podcast. I'm so grateful to everybody that listens to this segment every first Sunday. For those of you who are attending for the first time, welcome. You guys are the reason why I work so hard to bring you great content. If you're currently listening, I'd like to ask you all to share this broadcast so we can reach as many people as possible. But before we get started, let us have a word of prayer. Dear God, thank you for allowing us to get here safely. Thank you for your grace and love. God, we ask that you bless this show this evening. Allow us to touch the minds and hearts that we are intended to reach. As we get on with the show, we ask that you keep us all covered under your protection. Amen. All right, you guys. So tonight I have a quick announcement before we get started. Next Sunday, June 13th, Jay Got Soul brand Black Money Matters Act Like It will be making an appearance at the Energy Exchange community event. Come out and witness the power of energy exchange through love, networking, money, and community. If you have a business and would like to be a vendor, there's still time to enroll. Just visit aflameevent.com/vendor. This event is a child-friendly event. There will be fun activities for children, such as a jumper, pony rides, and a bar for adults as well. So you guys save the date and come out and support black businesses on the rise. This one is for the culture, so y'all be sure to tap in. All right, so we have our, the CEO? What's your position?
Oh, co-owner.
Co-owner. Okay, so the co-owner of the event is here. So she's going to tell us a little bit about this event, and y'all listen up.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jessica, for having me, for that wonderful introduction.
Hey.
So like she said, we'll definitely be having a community event on June 13th. Flame Events is an event planning organization, and we also host markets such as the one that we're having. And I pretty much named it Energy Exchange just because I wanted to change the narrative of what it's like to really circulate the black dollar, what it's really like to build community, what it really means to support. And it's not just about giving someone, money for a service or product. It's an energy exchange. So, the energy that's put into the product that you're receiving, the energy that, goes into the money that you're giving, the energy that goes into the conversations you're going to have with the people you meet at the event, so it's a lot of energy that's going to be exchanged during this time. And I definitely wanted to just kind of make it deeper than just, coming to, have some fun. So that's definitely what it's about. Like she said, it's kid friendly. It's definitely about community and family. We're gonna have jumpers, pony rides. We're gonna have a bar for the adults. We're gonna have a DJ to keep the party lit. And so it's just gonna be a vibe. We're gonna have over 20 vendors, including Black Money Matters. Act like it. Hey. So definitely come out and support and exchange some energy with us.
Let's go. So y'all know. Look, anything that we're trying to get involved with, it's all love. It's all family. This is my little sis, cousin, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And we're keeping this in the family. I like to promote family business. So y'all come out and support us all and have a good time. All right.
Thank you.
So tonight's topic is Renaissance Man. Our guest this evening is a jack of all trades. He is a musician, creative director, music producer, and many other things that I probably don't know about. Cameron Gregory is a PK, which is known as a preacher's kid, and has made a name for himself in the arts. I'm excited to discuss his journey with you all this evening. So Touch the World family, help us welcome our guest, Cameron Gregory.
Yo. Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks for having me, man.
No problem, man.
So honored to be here, man. You know, like you just said, man, you got to support.
Right.
You know, like I'm so proud that you're doing this. You know,
thank
like
you.
This is what it is. You know,
thank you,
like
man.
push. Yeah.
Yeah.
What we doing?
All right, let's get into it then.
Yeah.
All right. So where are you from and where'd you grow up?
So originally, I'm from. Would you say like a split between Long Beach, Bellflower, Paramount? I grew up in that area, but I went to Long Beach schools.
Okay.
And so, being where I am out there, it's kind of like either you like Long Beach or you like Lakewood. So it's just like I'm just everything, you know. But Long Beach is where it was at. Okay. And then I spent a lot of time in LA, you know, because of the church. So. Yeah. Just between LA, just like LA County. We'll just say LA County.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay, cool. All right, so who is Cameron Gregory? Tell us who you are.
Who is Cameron Gregory? Cameron Gregory is just your normal PK who, in a sense, like, you know, being a PK, you kind of block from doing things that go against the grain, you know what I'm saying? But you never know who you're going to touch. So I'm just a person that's willing to do whatever I got to do to affect as many people as I can.
Got you.
What talents and what gifts I got.
Yeah.
So I'm just your normal PK that slipped into the arts because being around, you know, music and stuff, you know. Right. So I got into being a musician and stuff. So I ended up now taking that and making my own beats. So I got the like a producer title. You know what I'm saying? I'm producing my own stuff. Okay. And then now I got into videography. So now I'm a videographer. Dope. You know, so doing that, you know, and that's really what I like. And so also, you know, growing up in church, you know, we always went to those singing camps, you know?
Workshops.
Yeah. There it is. Workshops.
Yeah, all the workshops.
You know, so I'm now an artist.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't allow, you know, what I wanted to do or how I wanted to do stop me from just unleashing it. And I was really shy about, you know, singing my own thing. It's different to sing like with everybody else. That's different, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm an artist, you know, and now with what the production house do, just started that company with my friends, and so now, like you just said, we working on projects, and now I have to create this vision that they have for this video, you know. Yeah. So I tapped into editing, so now I'm an editor.
Dope.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I really enjoy editing. Like that's what I feel like really is my niche.
Yeah.
And I love to edit. And so I have all these titles, you know, drummer, you know, PK, you know, I'm a deacon at the church, you know, it's just everything. I can touch everything. Yeah. And I'm thankful that God has given me that ability to be multitask. Right. There's nothing I can't do. Yeah. You know? Yeah. I used to fight fires for the forestry, you know what I'm saying? I can do it all, and I thank God for that. So multi-talented Cam.
That's dope. You know, like I wrote an article called Little Africa Reboot, and so in that article I referenced it a couple of times, and pretty much in that article it's talking about how a lot of black people got a lot of their talents through the church because you're singing, and then they just might explain and then like get, you know, video stuff, and so then you got to learn how to do the sound, you got to learn how to do this, so you learn so many different trades in one space. You're not getting paid for it all the time, but it's service, but you learn a skill, you know what I'm saying?
That's correct.
And so we if we can use the church, businesses, and all these things to come together and really like support each other, then we can move further instead of there being constant breakups. Like, you know, we knew each other through church, but I started seeing what you're doing outside of church, and I'm like, that's it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like that's where I kind of like came up with these ideas, like we can really do this. We don't really need, you know, outside sources to give us the validation, you know what I'm saying? Because you like Brittany, you know, like Brittany, she did her music thing, right? But she did things in the industry, correct? And so a lot of times people in those industries, they'll see your talent and they'll, you know, say, oh, I'm gonna give you a deal, but they only gonna give you pennies on the dollar. Now say for instance you do it yourself and you start going further, you know, like you have the skill, you gain that skill. They just discovered the skill,
you know what I'm saying?
You feel what I'm saying? So they're always discovering stuff, and we have the talent, so
just do your thing, push it. Don't be afraid to whatever you got to do, whatever talent you got, put it out there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, God giving you that talent, it's going to be made for somebody.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to receive that. Somebody's going to enjoy it. That's going to be for somebody.
Right.
So, you know, like you said, like, I'm really proud of you, dude. Like,
thank you.
This is great. Like, we going. Like, and I agree with you. Like, us collectively of people, you know, I always had a vision, like, you know, all the PKs from the other churches, you know, we all get together and try to start some type of big wave on pushing how we know how to do be effective, because most people is like, oh no, you know, you don't talk about church. No, it's more so being effective to somebody else.
Right.
How can I be effective to somebody else?
Right.
And if that's me showing you to God, I can do that for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If that's me helping you make your vision come to life, I can do that for you. If that's for me being the editor for you, know what I'm saying? I just want to be in acts of service, and being at PK, you know what I'm saying, growing up, we into acts of service, you know what I'm saying? So like, definitely with you, like that would be a great, like, you know, start the wave. You know? You doing it, you starting the wave.
Yeah.
That's all.
All right, so let's talk about how we met, how I remember meeting you. Right? So I remember meeting you because, well, I don't even remember meeting you per se.
Right. Real talk.
I just know I seen you all the time because we always came to Greater Circle Mission. You know what I'm saying? And so there was always, I always looked at the production, the music side. And so I see you smacking them drums over there. And I'm like, dang, bro, it's cold over there.
Oh, thank you.
That's how I remember seeing you and meeting you. Well, just seeing you. I didn't really meet you, but you know, I just felt like now seeing you do your thing, we have to meet. Like, there's no way we can't be in the same network and not meet.
In that class, real talk. Real talk. And that's what I remember, like you said, the workshops, but I remember your sister a lot. Chloe, right?
Yeah, Chloe.
Yeah. And I remember her a lot, and of course Melvin and Brittany and Chanel, and then I do remember, because you was always, I feel like you was always younger. And you was there, but you was always kind of like
in the background.
You know what I'm saying? In the shadows. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm here,
right?
But I'm back here. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad you came out the shados. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's definitely my coming out season.
Right? Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. Come on up.
Right. All right, y'all, man. This is gonna be an interesting show, but right now we're gonna take our first break. So y'all listen to this song or spoken word piece by Silhouette the Poet called Once Thing. We'll be right back.
You got me catching feelings of what used to be a good thing. Now all I feel is the bitter pain of what used to be a sweet thing that once used to make me insane. To be apart from my main thing that once was a burning flame that made me a baby making thing that once made me constantly scream your name from the bliss of that once sexual thing, that once memory of when you used to kiss me softly on that explicit I can't say thing that once used to rouse me easily thing. You got me catching feelings of when we used to walk in the rain through the beautiful terrain of the botanical garden plain that love was gained, picking flowers and throwing petals in the wind saying he loves me not, she loves me not thing, doing that hugging thing while under the orchid tree doing that kissing thing. Now you got me singing that song that Minnie Riperton used to sing, reminiscing on what used to be a lovely thing that once used to make my mind travel back down memory lane. Ooh yeah, that once romantic thing when we used to stroll down the shore doing that holding hands thing with our pants rolled up to our knees, making prints with our feet on the beach thing, writing I love you really big with our fingertips in the sand thing, watching the tide roll in and roll out, washing our I love you away thing, and then saying dang, the waves ain't got no respect for anything. Now all I feel is the mind games being played over and over again in my membrane that once had me yearning day after day for that irresistible thing that now has my psyche running back down lover's lane in search of what once was a dreamy thing. My once thing was the ultimate thing, my groove thing that once was a tender thing, my gratifying thing that once was a passionate thing, my sentimental thing that now ain't a damn thing but a bad memory thing of what once was an affectionate thing that once used to be an all-night thing full of pleasurable love type thing once when our love had no time frame, when we were once each other's forever love thing, which is now a remnant of a defunct once thing. I'm going back down memory lane. Oh,
I'm going back down memory lane. Oh, going back down.
You are tuned in to Touch the World Radio Show, episode 10 of the Out of the Box podcast edition. We are joined in studio with special guest Cam Gregg. We're going to shorten it up so we can.
Yeah.
All right. So let's talk about all that you do. I know you mentioned a little bit about it, but tell me about what it is that you're focusing on right now.
Okay. So as of right now, we just had a premiere of Stare, which is Nina Child's production. She's part of the production house, one of the production heads. And she's doing the Instagram series.
Nice.
And I edited all her episodes, and so we just did that. So she's probably gonna put it out within the next week or two.
Okay.
So that's something we just finished. And then we're working on another kind of podcast type of shoe type of thing called The Connoisseur.
Oh,
dope. That's with my friend Nikki G. You probably know Nikki G.
Okay.
From the church. We did a lot of the stuff with Bad and stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, she just got a podcast show, a sneaker show. It's calling it The Connoisseur. So we just kind of did some shots for that. Also coming up is Compton Mania.
Dope.
Me and my boy Showtime. Doing this wrestling company, man. He was like, man, I wanna throw a party, like, you know what I'm saying? I want to have an event. I'm gonna do my comedy show. And I was like, okay, do your comedy show. He's like, man, I need like a DJ and I need like mics and speakers. And I'm like, it's funny how ironic you said that, because I can do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, cool.
Yeah.
We can do that.
Instant.
Right.
Yeah.
And then we did that, and then out of that instance, like, he came back. He was like, man, that was cool. He had his comedy show. Everything turned out great. He was like, I want to do something else. I'm like, what? I want to have wrestling. I'm like, what?
That's so random, though.
Yeah, like, dude, like, you tripping, bro. Like, what? Like, you tripping. And he was like, nah. I'm like, man, whatever. Next day he come back, he's like, man, I found wrestlers, I found a ring. Like, man, bring the speakers and stuff. All right, let's do it. Compton Mania was boring, and then you don't know how many people like it's touched, because it's in Compton, and it's like inner city, and it's affecting, because most kids don't see that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They see it on TV, but they don't see it like in your neighborhood.
Right. Yeah.
You know, the first Compton Mania we had, like it was kids sitting on cars, man, and man, like,
that's
my boy
dope.
Showtime, man, he's great for that, you know, like he really did that, you know, and it's just like, I'm glad I was a part of that, you know, like, from jump, you know what I'm saying, like, it's crazy, like, you know, we shooting stuff, we shooting videos, we shooting promos, so, you know what I'm saying, the wrestlers for the events, you know,
that's super
and it's like,
dope, man.
It's just so exciting. So Compton Mania. Also, I got a show coming up called Views from the West Side.
Nice.
And I'm
What's
not gonna.
that?
Yeah. I'm not gonna tell you what it is.
All right.
But just know it's a show intended for kids. And if you go on the production house Instagram, that's at DAHAUS, the production house.
Okay.
And you can see like all the productions that we got coming out of production house. But yeah, Views on the West Side is mine. That's coming.
Dope.
That's coming real soon.
Dope.
And what else we working on?
I know it's a lot.
Man, we going to Vegas.
Just traveling.
Yeah, I was just traveling. I was out shooting some stuff. And then, you know, like, from doing everything that we've been doing, I was like, man, I just need some R&R real quick.
Yeah.
Let me relax, rest up, figure out what I want to do with what I got coming out real quick. You know, I've been working on everybody's stuff doing that, so I'll make sure that my stuff is tight, right? You know what I'm saying? I got what I needed. You know, I'm ready to do what. You know, my show is up next in the order that we did them. Okay. We did three events so far. We had Compton Mania during the Halloween show. We had the Halloween finale and Showtime. That's his podcast show. Halloween Radio, but it's a podcast show. Yeah, that's how it goes. It's so weird. Yeah, my guy, man. I love that guy, man. Deshaun is real cool. You know, like Brainiac. You know what I'm saying? He got the brain, and so. My show's up now, so we're gonna do my thing, and everybody's pitching in and helping, bringing their individual talents together. Yeah. Even with Nate, you know, Nate plays the piano. He produces. He's an incredible producer, and he works with a lot of people, and he really brings his gifts to the table, and he really helps us out. And it was actually me and him had that idea of like, man, we should just build a studio over here and bring the church some money in. You know what I'm saying? Like we gotta build a studio and able to bring people over here to get people interested. You know, it's 2021. Like you know what I'm saying? Like presentation wise, like we have to be on the level that people are going to receive.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And right now, like the media is in the hands of the young folks.
Right.
What they want to see.
Yes.
And you know what I'm saying? We got to be able to capture that because we do some tight stuff, man. We some dope people.
Right.
And people need to see that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so we just it's like, man, one day we're going to go over there, we paint the walls black. We start shooting our productions in there and it start changing. And it start moving and start growing and start blowing up. Now we got a 180 green screen.
See?
You know? And it's just like, if you don't do it, you just be talking about it, man.
Right.
You know? So we got a lot of stuff going on. Got Fit Church.
Oh yeah.
I'm doing Fit Church. So I'm started
about that, man.
Yeah, let me tell you about the Fit Church. So started my own fitness program. I was taking classes at El Camino in order to further my education on taking my PT. You know what I'm saying? And so in doing that, which I just got to take the test for now. I didn't finish the whole course.
Yeah.
Paid the money, NASA, and I had to build a program for clients.
Okay.
And so I'm gonna build this program around, no weights.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How you gonna get somebody in shape, no weights? And so I made a HIIT cardio, high intensity interval training, right? So I just changed it to FIT. You know what I'm saying? Faith. Intensity interval training.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? So as long wherever your faith is for this intensity, go to that level. Because if you keep going to that level, you're gonna be able to go to the next level.
Right.
But it's gonna be that intensity, and it's training. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing. So it's just you working out to music, Christian music, and it's a you go and then you stop. You know what I'm saying? You go at a high rate and then you come down. That's the HIIT cardio part. And it's an hour long. Start off with relaxation. You lay down, you close your eyes. I play a motivational song, motivational speech, or a poem or something like that. And just to get your mind right. Get up, we stretch, we do the warm up. We go through every part of the body, your arms, your back, your stomach, your legs, everything. We hit it all.
So dope.
You hit it all. So we do yoga at the end. Close it out with some more stretching, and then that's it. And you only got to bring a water bottle.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? And so I did that for the church. The church was actually having at the same time I was doing that, they was having they want to do more so like what do you want to call it? They had a theme.
Okay.
They had a theme for this set time, a theme for like 3 months, right? And the theme was fitness.
Okay.
Right? The whole saint, right? Behold, the whole saint. And so I did the fitness part.
Okay.
And so I just used what I had already, and they loved it. And it was able for them to do it. Because some of us are older in age. A lot of people in the church are overweight. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, I had to do it. I had to make modifications for the class, for every, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I had to make it hard. I had to make it medium. I had to make it low.
Yeah.
I had to, and then I went into, because I work with children with disabilities.
Okay.
I also took classes on adaptive physical education, so I can work with people with disabilities as well. So I have to make it able for people with disabilities to do as well.
Yeah, man.
And so that's what Fit Church is. I do it every Saturday, but with the COVID, I really haven't been doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Trying to get it online. See where everything open up. I don't know.
Man, you need to bring that to Grace Unlimited, Gum Church,
LA.
We need some Fit Church.
No, real talk. We can do that. Real talk. And so, yeah, that's what I'm doing right now, pretty much.
Dope. Okay.
I talk a lot.
All right. So, when did you discover your love for music? I know we talked a little bit about the workshops, but when did you finally this is something that I like and I want to do this more?
Okay. My first love for music is when I was at the workshops.
Okay.
Right? It was at the workshops. And that's back when you guys were Believers Christian Academy, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
And we had some awesome musicians down there, and they was jamming, right?
Man.
And all of a sudden, this guy is just ripping on the drums, and I'm like, who is this guy, right? Look over, his name is Marlon Sanders.
Yeah.
Oh
He's
my.
the beast on the
Oh
drums.
my gosh, it was the most immaculate thing I've seen, you know, and I was just like, wow, this is great. And then we have all these other musicians that's hanging with him, Jason Allen, Sean Dancy, you know, all these musicians that's just hidden, you know what I'm saying, Darwin, you got everybody over here, you know, and it's just like, this is incredible, you know what I'm saying, and that's when I actually fell in love with like I want to be around music.
Yeah.
So I started hanging around, you know, more so the musicians, get on that side, and then hanging around Melvin growing up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was also very talented.
Very talented.
You know, so very multi-talented. Going to the basketball camps, we playing on the same team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like, these are the people that share a common with me. You know what I'm saying? And people that's inside of their circle, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and so yeah, man, that's where I really fell in love with it, the church. Like you said, my love for the music came from the church. Good old foot stomping, you know what I'm saying? You hear that snare, you know, you hear that organ, you know what I'm saying? Singing in the workshops. I didn't know people could have so many parts. Stan Lee, he used to tear people up. Like, I'm tired of this man. You know?
Oh my
God. And so yeah, man, basically church, man, growing up in the workshop, that's where I really fell in love with the music.
Dope. Okay, so what's your favorite instrument to play?
The drums, of course.
Okay.
The drums.
You be smacking them,
man. You know, I
breaking
love it.
them sticks.
You know, for me, you know, because I really never, and most musicians never really had like any formal training inside of like, you know, I was telling parents like, why you didn't put me in like some type of music class or something? That's weird. You know what I'm saying? So, but me playing the drums, I was just mimicking what everybody else was doing. And then I started to go in and practice on my own more and more, and I'm playing the songs. And then as me being connected with my family and having to go to church so much and having to grow my own connection with God, me picking the songs I want to do turned into the songs that I needed to hear, you know? And so now I'm playing the music, and I'm not so much thinking of the music, I'm thinking about what God has done for me and what the song means.
Got you.
And so now I'm playing, but I'm playing with like passion.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to that part, you know what I'm saying, I'm bringing it out, and I've always been into like theater and drama, and so it's just like I'm putting what this makes me feel like.
That makes sense.
Into my art, you know what I'm saying? And that's, you know, I never say, you know, I was the best drummer, you know what I'm saying? But it was just like, when I played the drums, I'm about to give God some praise. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm about to use my gift. You know, exactly, because I can't get up here, you know what I'm saying? At one time, my church needed a drummer, and that's really how I ended up started playing for the church, really. And so it's like, okay, I went and played drums, and then it grew. You know what I'm saying? I can't get up and do what else I got to do. I got to stay over here, trapped over here, so I can't just worship freely. We come here to worship God, you know, so we get our prayers answered collectively. I can't really worship. I'm trapped over here. How I'm gonna do it? I'm gonna praise God over here. And so, yeah, man, that the drums it's a passion instrument, especially when you hear sounds and you hear how to connect with them, and you just create. And that's the best thing is just creation. So also getting into a little with the MPC, a little control pads. I really like that. Just having it at your fingertips now, you know what I'm saying? I can control most things now, control with sticks in my hands. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. What's yours though? Wait.
My favorite, I fell in love with the drums. Same reason, because it was Wendell and Marlon. Those were the two guys, and that was like really, man. And I'd be sitting there, and I'm like, dang. But because I was a girl, you know, there was a lot of, you know, like kind of stipulations, like, nah, that's not where you're gonna go. You're gonna sit over here and sing soprano. So I was like, dang, I really want to go over there to the drums though. You know, so the drums is definitely something that I really wanted to play. But now, as I'm turning 31, I'm like learning how to play the keyboard. And it's like coming a little bit natural to me, you know what I'm saying? It's so fun. So now it's keyboard, you know what I'm saying? So I think I'm just going through all everything that I didn't allow myself to do back then while I was sitting in the background, because I was focused on basketball so much. Now I'm coming out into my artistry, and like I'm also working, you know, doing a little stuff with Brittany, and she's helping me, you know, explore my voice, and you know, my homie Mikey, she's helping me explore my voice on the like spoken word and rap tip, you know what I'm saying? So I'm really just trying to explore that and see where it takes me.
That's real talk, because I just did the same thing. My friend Zaire, you know what I'm saying, she's an artist, she got some projects out, she's part of the production house, she does a lot of stuff for us, and you know, I asked her, like, you know, can you help me with my vocals? You know what I'm saying? Can you help me? You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad you stepped out and asked. You know what I'm saying? Especially Brittany, you know what I'm saying? Because she's gonna help you. And she gonna help you from an aspect of love. You know what I'm saying? She not gonna give you know. So yeah, man. That's good, man. Nice. All
right, y'all. So we're gonna take another break. We'll be right back with Cam. So y'all stay tuned.
Came up in the schoolyard. So bad I had to talk to her. Cruising with my wolves. Now we can't lose. I used to see you doing your thing, running through Sierra Hall like nights. Can I brag about you? Can I write about you? Can I talk to you? Oh. All I need is you. All I need is you. All I need is you. All I need. All I need is you. All I need is you. All I need is your girl. All I need is your girl. No. You the one I told. You the one I tell me now. Put it out on you. Everything I do, girl. One thing's for sure. I need you now. Breaking the truth. That's all I wanna do, girl. No. Put it on me. I can do it for you, girl. Put it on me. All I need is you. All I need is you. All I need is you. All I need. All I need is you. All I need is you.
You are tuned in to Touch the World Radio Show. In case you're just joining us, we are in studio with special guest Cam Gregg.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Now let's switch gears a little bit and tell us how you learned how to compose music.
How I learned how to compose music as a child. My dad had this but just a home entertainment system, and he had it was like a tape deck. It was a double tape deck, and you can record, and then there was a CD player, and then it was like a 3-channel disc changer. It was, it was old. It might not even been that. It might have just been one. And then it was the radio. It had a radio in it, and then it had the amp that holds everything, and at the bottom it had a record player. And I was like, okay, vinyl record player. And as a kid, I used to host my own little radio show. I would take this amp, and I didn't even know what I was doing. It was really weird because at the bottom it had phono. Okay. And being from the church, I've seen some wires laying around, and I've seen musicians plug the amps into. So I took the phono and I plugged it into from the phone jack. I took a 1/4-inch cable, and then I took a little baby guitar amp that I had, and I plugged it into the input. Okay. So now, not only do I have the regular sound, I got a little extra speaker. You know what I'm saying? A little extra speaker, right? So I used to play the tape deck at the same time playing the radio. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. At the same time, it was like the most incredible thing. And I was like, I don't know how I'm doing this. I got my own little radio station. I'm doing commercials, you know what I'm saying? And I had recorded myself doing it with a tape. I pressed record and I recorded myself doing it. And that was my actual first time making something of my own from different elements. Now, my first time composing something, as in me actually making my own beat, happened when I was younger. My godbrother Jordan Kelly and David Freeman from the Circle. They started doing music called Dave and J Beats, and I made just being around there, hanging out with them. You know, they let me mess around and make my own beat, and I never forget that. They was like, you know, like that sound like a video game beat, man. You should really, you know, push it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was weird. You know what I'm saying? Like that was like a video game beat. Like you should really do that. And I never forgot that from a moment. So that was my actual first moment composing something of mine. Like I wish I, you know what I'm saying? I kept that, like, cause, oh man, like that's my actual first time doing that, and it felt good. Like I couldn't get off of it. I'm just sitting in front of it, just doing it, and that was my first time. Now it's just like, man. You know, you get some samples, and you throw it in there, and you just go. You know what I'm saying? From the music learning as you go. You know, like you can kind of do it seamless now. You know what I'm saying? Hear something and just put it together and just create on the flow. So,
right.
Yeah, man, love composing, man.
Yo.
Do your own thing. That's what I say.
Right.
Create your own thing. You know.
Yeah, because it's nothing. You're not gonna create something else for somebody else. Like you're not gonna create somebody else's thing because it's not the same.
Right.
Whatever you hear in your mind is from your brain.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we have to get used to like doing that. Like used to being confident in our own. You know, like our own, whatever you want to call it.
Believe in yourself.
Yeah.
Right. Like you know, like I said earlier, like you dope. Do what's in your head to do. God gave you that.
Right.
It's gonna come out dope.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like do it.
And if it don't, you learn.
Yeah. Nah, it's gonna come out dope. You just learn how to tweak it and how to make it effective. Because you know we gonna hit some walls. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I should have did it like this.
Yeah.
Let me revamp this. Let me tweak it. You know what I'm saying? Bam. Okay. I did better here, but now this part is a little messed up. Okay. Let me fix this. And so you just keep growing. You know what I'm saying? Like don't throw away no ideas. Always keep them ideas. That's it. Yeah. Just grow it. Dope. You know what I'm saying? Magnify it, man. We dope, dude. We really dope out here.
Yeah, man.
We're really dope.
All right. So what trait are you most passionate about?
Editing. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Like me editing, I can sit in front of a computer and edit the whole day. I just like to be able to take what's already there and make it come to life. Like that's the funnest thing for me to do. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? Not like, you know, this is just something I can do. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy doing this. You know, I sit down and it's like, oh, I'll do it to the T. Oh, I'll watch it 4 or 5 times. You know, I usually, when I'm doing editing, have the person sit with me because I want them to see their vision. Yeah. I don't want to, you know, create something in mine. Y'all could put some of me on here. I'm going to put some of me on here. You know what I'm saying? But I want it to be your vision, right. What you want. So I have them sit in and we do it step by step on how we gonna create it. And so therefore, the creator of their own vision feels better about the product. Right. It's not just like, oh, I didn't like this, I didn't like that, let's try this. And so, man, just sitting down, they be like, man, I'm ready to go. You doing this for hours, and I'm just playing it over. What? Oh, it looks good. No, it don't. Right, yeah. And so, yeah, man, editing is so fun. I enjoy it so much, and I'm had to start with Compton Mania. We had to figure out what we're gonna do, how we gonna promote Compton Mania. I made a little video in the backyard. The dog was barking. He turned around and told it to, you know, shut the F up, and then it just, you know, it's just like, what? Everybody was like, what is going on? Compton Mania, you know. That was the voice he used. I'm the man. Compton Mania. It's like, what? But it grew in a crowd, and then you got to do the Compton Mania, be a Compton Maniac. So you'll be like, Compton Mania, Compton Mania, Compton Mania, you know. And so that's another Sean thing, Deshaun Watkins, and got a show going in Vegas, Juneteenth, to do a show with another federation. It's called Unite to Fight, versus Pro in Las Vegas. We're gonna have our own show on the 24th, I believe. No, 26th. Okay. In the parking lot. Okay. And at the production house, and it's gonna have some of City Underground, which is Nate's thing. Okay. He puts on an event. We just had a City Underground with the meetup. Down there on Slauson, right there behind the Slauson Slot Meet. Okay. It was a really big event. That was real big. You had vendors out there selling food and stuff. You had music. You had live performances from Davion. Zaire, Alonzo, Eddie. Who else was out there? My boy Jeray was out there. Yeah, man, everybody's doing it and everybody's coming together collectively. That's actually how I really got started with the camera, man. Jeray was like, "Oh, you use this camera to do some of your stuff with." And I had the camera. It was a Canon Mark D4. Oh my God. And it was just like, oh, I got this, how I'm gonna use it. And so I had to actually go and seek the knowledge. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Watch a master class here, you know what I'm saying? Figure out how can I actually do this on this camera? How can I get this effect? What do I need to do? Oh, I gotta do these swipes. Oh, I gotta do this transitions. Oh, I gotta use this blocking. Oh, go behind a pole or something. You know what I'm saying? Use this screen to cover, mask it, you know, like and so just learning those things, and you know, it was a really blessing for him. He just gave me the camera, you know, so and that really tipped it off. And then, you know, I got my own, got the Sony. And you know, once you get there, you just keep building. Right. You know, we really unstoppable. Only people that's stopping us is ourselves. Fact. So yeah, I love editing, man. Editing is where it's at.
Okay. So can you tell the audience before we go to our final break, where can your work be found? Like, where can they find all of your stuff, whatever you've done?
Got you. You can find it on YouTube. At Just Cam OK Productions. That JUSCAM OK. All right. Right, so you do Just Cam OK Productions, and then also most of the Comptomania stuff. So you go on Comptomania News. That's on YouTube as well. I did basically everything with that. Also, you can go to The Circle in GCM, recording all the videos for the church during the pandemic. Dope. You can find a single out that I got called Summer Joint or Me and You. That's my boy Davion. That's on all streaming platforms, called Me and You by V6. That's my other little artist. Little ego. That's cool. You know, but where else can I'm everywhere, man. You can find my credits on Stare. When that come out, you can check me on Instagram. Just Cam OK on Instagram. Where else? I guess that's pretty much it, you know.
But okay. All right, y'all. So while you're at it, while we'll take this break, y'all go and check him out. We're going to take our final break. We'll be right back with Cam. So y'all sit tight.
I ain't here for you preaching to me, I got it. Quality, you can't teach it to me, I got it. More than just another feeling to me, I got it. I got a phone but don't call on people no more. Used to, but that line was always busy. I'm starting to think that's what friends are for. Now you see I got it, don't get friendly. I guess I should be grateful. If you were still my partner, I'd be chillin'. But that's not what I'm made for. Guess I'm just now seeing my potential. But now I'm on my way, pulling double days. It's a little late for you to see I'm different now. I ain't here for you preaching to me, I got it. Quality, you can't teach it to me, I got it. More than just another feeling to me, I got it. I ain't asking you to get it with me, I got it. I got it. Oh really, I got it. Quality, you can't teach it to me, I got it. I got it. Oh really, I got it. I ain't asking you to get it with me, I got it. 3 a.m. on a Monday, I'm doing work, nigga, stay up. When I ball on the track and I take it to the rack, too easy, lay up. You're too cheesy, player. Too late to stop me, I'm headed way up. Too late to pop already, got a son, a degree, a career, man, I had to change the play up. I told them niggas don't wait up. It's a process when you're trying to get your cake up. But you gotta wake up, pick your face up if you wanna get your stakes up. There's no such thing as fear, but fear is what's keeping you home. You came into this world alone, the same way you leave when you gone. I ain't here for you preaching to me, I got it. Quality, you can't teach it to me, I got it. More than just another feeling to me, I got it. I ain't asking you to get it with me, I got it. I got it. I got it. No, really, I got it. I got it. Quality, you can't teach it to me, I got it. I got it. I got it. No, really, I got it. I got it. I ain't asking you to get it with me, I got it. I got it. No, really, I got it. Quality, you can't teach it to me, I got it. I got it. No, really, I got it. I ain't asking you to get it with me, I got it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Fuck 'em all, got my dog, got my bro. Want it all, I'm all about to blow. Never dog, not at all, got that blow. Whoa, 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 whoa.
You are tuned in to Touch the World Radio Show, episode 10 of the Out of the Box podcast edition. We are joined in studio with special guest Cam. All right, so Cam, tell us what's your mission behind your work. What do you do this for?
Yeah, so I'm doing this for everybody to know that whatever vision you have is for somebody, and so you need to put it out. I don't have to, put my own stuff out. I can just work on somebody else's. But as for me pushing my own things, I don't want to put my touch on the world. You know what I'm saying? Put my ideas out into the world, and somebody's gonna receive what I got. Right. It's gonna be around for someone, and so that's what I do it for. This is my passion. This is where I want to go with it, and yeah, that's what it is.
Oh, okay. So are you working on like any special projects? Like I know you got a lot going on, but any special projects?
So I already told you about the Compton Mania. We still building that. We pretty much got everything. We're about to drop that on 26th, the Saturday, in June. So that's coming. Also, like I said, the views from the West Side, which I don't want to give too much. Yeah. You know how you start talking about what you got, and then, you look at the TV, and now it's on the TV. Like, wait, who stole my idea? Right. Somebody's watching me.
Right,
somebody's watching me. But yeah, man. Like, so basically, it's a show. Basically, it's a show, and it's a juice bar instead of a bar. It's a juice bar. Our patrons come in to the juice bar, and with their problems or issues, and actually being inside the juice bar, the elements that inside the juice bar heals them, and so they're able to turn their life around and figure out what they got to do to be a better person, or to overcome that obstacle that they came in.
That's fire.
And so it's gonna have some elements. It's gonna be kind of like SpongeBob. You know how I got like you know what I'm saying, like the humor is kind of hidden. Like wait a minute,
like crazy,
right. But everybody can watch it. You know what I'm saying, something for everybody. And so that's gonna be called Views from the West Side. Dope. So that's the special project coming up. I'm putting a lot of work into it. I got a great writer. Nina B. Childs, the one that did Stare. She's a great writer. I'm gonna have some great actors on it, great people. Nate gonna do some music. Nathaniel W. Nate the producer. He gonna do some music. Johnny Gilmore. He gonna do some music. Johnny. He gonna throw some music on there. We got a lot of people that's helping out. With acting and just being in it and being involved. Like that's, and Davion, we got Nikki G, we got Showtime. Like everybody's gonna be involved, and my thing is I want to make sure that the project that I got is going to involve the people that's around me and everybody's element and talent that they bring to create Views from the West Side. Now this is my view of how it is over here. You know what I'm saying? So my view from the West Side is these people that are inside of my element and how we're affecting everybody with what we got with our talents and our gifts. And so yeah, that's what it is, and that's top secret.
I love it.
Just exposed it all.
All right, so what's your most memorable production session?
So my most memorable production,
and we're gonna have to.
All right, all right, for sure. Look, so look, the first song I did, right? My friend was like, "Hey man, I need a like a West Coast sound. I want to hear it." And he was like, "Man, just do it," which is Nate. And he was like, "Man, just go in there and do it. Let me write something." And we was outside at the barbecue, and I flowed, and he was like, "Oh, that sounds tight." So he's like, "Man, you did that at the barbecue. Like, just do it in here." Got in there, wrote it down, and I got in there and I spit it, and it was just like. When I came out, he was like, I'm thinking, how'd I do? And he was like, you know what I'm saying? And from that moment, it was like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, put some Cameron out here. Yeah, let's do this. You know what I'm saying?
Put some respect on that man.
Right, exactly, man. So I thank my friends for that.
Okay. And so what advice would you give to up-and-coming artists, producers, musicians, content creators? What advice would you give that you wish you had?
Do you. You know what I'm saying? Like people, you can have people give you ideas and helping hands. You know what I'm saying? But do what you gonna do. And if you hit a wall, man, just keep hitting. Just run through it. You know what I'm saying? Like find another path. You know what I'm saying? Like don't quit. Don't give up. Your dream, your vision is valuable to the world. So go out there and push it.
Right.
Don't be afraid. Yeah.
And what was a lesson that you learned? What was one lesson that you learned?
Don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt yourself. Don't limit yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like if I always, I can't do this. I can't do that. And one day I was kind of forced to do it.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, you did pretty good, Cam.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got some skills. You know what I'm saying? So don't limit yourself. Reach for the stars. You got this. Just go for it.
Okay. All right, y'all. So y'all heard it here. So y'all tap in with Cam.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff going on. But we're going to wrap up the show this evening. Thank you all for tuning in with our studio guest, Cameron Gregory. We hope y'all enjoyed the show. But before we head out, y'all make sure y'all check out my website at JGotSoul. I got so much content for you guys to check out. Also, don't forget to show up to the Energy Exchange next week. We will be vending. And also, check out my YouTube page. We will have all 10 episodes uploaded on there, so y'all be sure to check that out. All right, you guys, so we'll be back in studio the next first Sunday. I don't know the date right now, but y'all be sure to tune in. You never know who is gonna have in the studio next, so y'all tap in with us, and y'all have a great evening. We are out.
What?